festivals. It's very entertaining.
Oh, Father Anu, you must help us! You must punish Gilgamesh.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to throw rocks out of heaven at the king? Go away. I like Gilgamesh. He's a perfectly fearless and upright king. He wrestles lions and tames them with his bare hands. And I have heard that he himself is partly God. I am quite sure if he wants to build the walls higher, he knows best. Let him not tamper too much in the affairs of these human beings.
Father, listen to them. I will not see my mothers bereft of their sons, my wives of their husbands.
Indeed, perhaps you will listen to our plan. But we have one that we know will work. It is this. We want to create a man even taller than Gilgamesh.
And more powerful, wild beast of a man.
Who will come to earth here, who will show his mighty strength and attack the king.
And destroy him! So let it be done.
Well, Father, I see a strange man in the woods. He's a terrifying sight. He has strength like that of the hosts of heaven. He filled the pits that I had dug and to snare the wild animals. He broke open my traps and freed the animals.
Calm yourself, my son. Shadows in the forest have frightened
The
you.
hairs from out of his head, massive like the field of grain. He had horns like a wild beast.
If he stole your catch, why didn't you stop
He
him?
is taller and more powerful than Gilgamesh, the king. He is mighty and powerful. Like the fighter of Anu, I was not with fear.
If what you say is true, my son, we must report the matter to the king. O Gilgamesh, a man that came from the hills, has become strong indeed in the land. He robs the hunter of his game and disperses his shepherd's flocks. He is mighty in power, like a fighter of Anu, and he turns all who see him numb with fear. Indeed, I've heard he is taller and more powerful than Gilgamesh, the king.
Bring us her ring, the priestess. Go, I have a certain task for you. It is one that in the bowl of hunted, numb with fear. Then I am afraid.
This is not a girl's task, O king. It is a task for a brave man, a hero.
A girl is full of smiles and charms. Go, Irene, soften the heart of the wild man and bring him back to the city. The battle is done. Our king stands victorious.
I salute you, Gilgamesh. As one matchless, over all men your head is lifted up, and Will has allotted you supremacy over all mankind.
Welcome to my city, O godlike Enkidu. I have had a dream that cast a dark shadow over your coming, but now all is well. Let us pledge eternal friendship day and night. I dream of a great enterprise, but now I see that you are sent to home. Whenever I close my eyes, voices come to me and say, arouse yourself, Gilgamesh, there are great things to be done. You and I, Enkidu, will climb the mountain and destroy the monsters in Baba.
Who would undertake such a daring enterprise? I knew the presence of Zimbabwe when I was a wild man. His bellow is a storm wind. His mouth is a fire. His snort is of death. I do not fear nor beast or mortal man, O Gilgamesh, but Umbaba is not mortal. But he is the appointed servant of the gods, the guardian of the wild cows and the cedar forest. And Will has set him there, and whoever enters his forest and draws near will grow suddenly faint and become paralyzed.
But he has the evil. He oppresses the people and is hated by great trauma, constantly obscuring his face. Oh, Enkidu, what am I? I'll turn aside from the things I want to do. But if I do these things, even though I should fail, then it was good. Gilgamesh died and chose death, and I would have made an everlasting name for myself. Come now, Enkidu, let us do this deed.
Oh, Gilgamesh, do not undertake this thing! You're young and full of pride.
Your heart has carried you away. Settle down, O king. Rule and take a bride. Let your life be tranquil.
Save your counsel for my friend Enkidu. He listened. He has grown soft and timid. He and his left glorious kingdom. He no longer loves daring or adventure. You wait your word of me. I will go alone.